What's going on, YouTube? So today I got a quick little video for you guys. Went the other day and picked up a old John Deere Sabre lawnmower. Thing's got a 42-inch cut on it on a deck, and originally I'm guessing it came with a 14.5 horsepower, but this guy has a 16.5 Briggs on it. Picked it up the other day. Woman said it don't run, and had two flat tires on the left side. So I said, all right, well, you know, whatever. Went and picked it up and brought it home. I was like, well, let's find out if it's frozen or if the engine seized or whatever. So turned it. Engine was turning over like that. I said, all right, well, that's a good sign. Original ignition switch that was in it. This is a brand new one, but the original one ended up having a screwdriver in it, but it still was turning it. Like it wasn't turning the engine, but it was actually still being able to move the switch. So that was half-assed, but whatever. Had a battery in it. Didn't have bolts for the terminals. Only had actually one. Went out to Track Supply, bought brand new bolts for it. Got them hooked up. Put jumper cables on it, and the switch itself right in there wasn't working. The solenoid that was on it, there's two pieces. This wire comes from your battery to it. This here goes from here to your starter. The one that was on the old solenoid was loose and broken, so I went ahead and got a new solenoid for it. Actually what happened, well, first I took the hood off of it, and all down in here was a rat's nest and all. It was just filthy. So I cleaned all that up and tried to get it to start over, and it wouldn't do nothing, which was because the solenoid being broken. So I went out and bought a brand new solenoid. Came home, ignition switch wasn't working, so I took pliers, cross jumped them. It cranked over, but it wasn't getting fuel, and at the time it wasn't getting spark. So came over here to the carburetor, got to looking at the carburetor. I took the carburetor off and apart, checked my fuel lines, all that right here, checked all them, pulled this off the carburetor, fuel came out. I said, all right, well, it's getting gas to the carburetor. So unplug this guy. You unplug this, you can actually unscrew this little piece right here, and inside this little piece is like a little valve type deal, a little bitty one, and it goes up and down. It basically opens and closes, and when it does that from the key, you turn your key, it sends juice to this, it opens or closes one or the other. Not exactly sure which one, but it'll open or close, lets a little bit of gas come in, gets to the spark plug, creates your spark, and bam, your motor should run. Well, this was all gummed up in here, so I went ahead, pulled it apart, took carb cleaner and sprayed that in there, got it loosened up, stuck it back on, and it's working pretty damn good now. So with a few brand new parts put on it, it will now crank up and run on its own, which is pretty cool. You just make sure it's in neutral. It should run. So yeah, she'll crank up by the key and run fine. And you're probably wondering, well, why the hell did you just put a wire to that bolt and turn it off? And the reason for that is I have a little bit of an electrical problem going on. I'm not exactly sure exactly what it is. I haven't really looked really into it that much. But this little black wire is a kill wire. And basically it just runs from underneath this cover to your magneto or coil, plugs in underneath your magneto, and it runs from there up through there to your wires to your switch. When you turn your key to the off position, it's supposed to kill that switch, that ground wire and that switch, and then it grounds it, and it cuts off that coil. Well, the problem I'm having with this one is when this wire is plugged in, bingo, like, you know, just say it's plugged in, the lawnmower will crank and crank and crank, but it won't actually run. Now, if you unplug that wire and get it out of the way, it will fire right up, just like it just did. And what I had to do was I took this red wire here, put a new little plug onto the red wire, got it plugged into my magneto, and just got it simply running out here. When you touch the bare wire to your screw, it will shut the engine off. I haven't figured out exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a ground issue somewhere. I haven't looked into it that much. It's March 19th, and I'm in Virginia, so it's, you know, 90 one day and negative 20 the next, and so it's just been cold. But I did replace the spark plug. It's got a brand new spark plug in it. It was like $3 at Advance. Ignition cool, or starter solenoid, I mean, was 21 bucks, and a brand new switch that you can see right in here was $30. And I also had to run a little wire. This purple wire here, it was also still cranking, but it wasn't firing, or like it wasn't running. This purple wire runs from your starter solenoid up to your wiring harness, goes to all your kill switches, so to speak, and it goes into your ignition switch back here. So I had to take this little red wire, put it right in this little prong, and basically just hardwire that to your ignition switch, and now I got complete circuit again. So I do have a wiring issue somewhere with it still. It's just been really cold, and my main goal was to actually just get it running, and that's what I've done. So a brand new spark plug, brand new starter solenoid, brand new ignition switch, and cleaning this area up and cleaning the carburetor, and she is running. Just a little hint for John Deere: you go buy a brand new ignition switch, it costs you $30, and you go ahead and hook everything up. Well, guess what? John Deere, for $30, they don't give you a key for your ignition switch, which makes your lawnmower start. So since it doesn't do that, I went to my local little lawnmower shop, called the guy. He said, "Yeah, dude, I got hundreds of them. They're used ones, but I got them." He said, "I give all my used ones away for free." So I went up there real quick, picked up one, came back. I said, "Man, I hope it fits in there." And as you see, she fits, and she's very, very, it fits really, really good. So I just want to do a short video on the old John Deere Sabre 42-inch deck. It's not a bad looking lawnmower. It's older, but it's not bad. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. If you guys liked the video, if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot a comment, and I will try my best to get back to you and give you the best advice that I can. And one more thing, if anybody has any idea on how to fix this little kill wire thing for your coil and try to figure out where there's a short in it or a ground issue, please let me know, because I'm either going to have to keep this wire and put a toggle switch on it and be able to shut it off like that, or legit fix it, which is what I would prefer to do. So yeah, but that is your John Deere Sabre riding mower, 42-inch deck. And like I said, I hope this video has helped some people out. If it has, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will be making more content as I get it along. So I hope everybody has a good day, and thank you for watching.